Mid-December. About that time when CES is too close and leaked Galaxies take the spotlight. Because yes, we have a new hands-on video with the Galaxy S22 Series Dummies that show what we're getting into, and it looks pretty hot. We have new details on the iPhone 14 series and new iMacs we're getting next year, and the OPPO Find N seems to be exactly the kind of Galaxy Z Fold 3 competitor the market was asking for. I'm Jaime Rivera, and I know, how was it that 2022 is almost over, and some of us are still stuck on March 2020? And yeah, I'm wearing two watches. This is Pocketnow Daily. The official news today begin with OPPO, as I'm sure you've seen a frenzy of videos going on from our colleagues. Gee, thanks so much for delaying my package, DHL. I can't begin to tell you what great service you have. Anyways, expect our video coming soon. For now, the company just launched the OPPO Find N, their first foldable phone that competes with solutions like the Galaxy Z Fold 3, but sort of. See, it actually is much shorter, with an outer display that's 5.49 inches diagonal, running at 60 Hz, but then it allows for a wider outer panel that makes it feel more like a regular phone. Once you open it, that allows it to extend to a 7.1-inch main panel, which runs at 120 Hz. Oddly, it seems like a more conventional form factor than the Z Fold 3 as a tablet. And as for specs, we have the Snapdragon 888, either 8 or 12 gigs of RAM, and up to half a terabyte of storage. Pair that with a 4,500 mAh battery and with support for 33-watt fast charging. It brings a triple camera array at the back with a 50-megapixel main sensor, and then you get two 32-megapixel selfie shooters on both displays. Now, I feel that one of the most interesting things about this phone is that it brings a pretty neat hinge in which you got 136 components and you can't really see a crease on it, even if it uses Samsung's ultra-thin glass technology. OPPO is claiming that it's 80% less noticeable than on other phones. Now, the reason I said it sort of competes with the Z Fold is because it'll be available on December 23rd, but it'll be exclusive in China. So yeah, let's hope it leaves China at some point. Let's switch on over to Cupertino, as last week we talked about Apple's 2022 roadmap for Macs and iPads, and yeah, we talked a bit about iMacs, but that just got more detailed on some new reports. According to a new article from Ross Young, we can expect a 27-inch iMac Pro in the spring of 2022, or probably an equivalent, and a more powerful regular iMac between March and June. He claims that this iMac will come with a mini LED display at 120 Hz variable refresh rate and oxide backplanes. These are also expected to be powered by the same M1 Pro or M1 Max chips we got with the MacBook Pros a few months ago, though probably differences in RAM to differentiate it with the notebooks. Ross also mentioned other devices, including an OLED iPad, MacBooks, but sadly we'll have to wait until 2023 or 2024 to see those. He also talked about Apple's foldable for the future, but we're not sure if he's talking about an iPhone or a different device. Finally, Apple's AR headset also made the cut, saying volume estimates look low for the next year, so the price might be high. But yeah, apparently we're getting an iMac Pro in the spring and the more powerful iMac in the summer. We'll see how rumors evolve. Now let's keep talking Apple, but move on to the iPhone 14 and one of the weirdest leak cycles we've ever seen. We have a new research note from Jeff Pu claiming that the Pro models for the iPhone 14 will bring a triple camera setup at the back with a 48 megapixel main sensor and then two 12 megapixel sensors for the ultra wide and telephoto. Now he also added that the Pro models would bring up to 8 gigs of RAM instead of 6 that we got with the 13. Now on the weird twist, he mentions that these will start at 64 gigs of storage instead of 128 we got this year, which is pretty much just throwing the rumors out the window. But finally, he also adds that all 4 iPhone 14 models will feature 120 Hz displays, but we're going to take that with a huge grain of salt, considering that Ross Young mentions that these will stick at 60 Hz, which should help Apple differentiate the Pro models. Now, the reason why I say that this is one of the weirdest leak cycles we've seen is because Most of these line up with reports we've heard before from Ming-Chi Kuo and other sources, who mentioned that 48 megapixel camera with 8K video recording capabilities all the way back in April. They also agree that the Mini is gone in favor of the iPhone 14 Max, which should share the same size as the Pro Max. So yeah, considering the amount of leaks we're getting this early, let's see if we end up getting iPhones early, which I doubt. And finally, for the hottest news today, let's talk about Samsung and the Galaxy S22 series, as the leaks just keep getting better and more realistic, starting with a couple of tweets from Ice Universe. He shared some screenshots that confirm the display resolution for these devices. The S22 and its Plus variant will be a 2340 by 1080 at 19.5 by 9 aspect ratio, while the Ultra will bring a 3088 by 1440 display at 19.3 by 9 aspect ratio. Ice also retweeted some screenshots of dummies for the entire S22 series in black and white color variants, and honestly, they look pretty great. But to add to that, OnLeaks posted a 37-second hands-on video of the entire lineup's dummies, showing off both sides of the phones, and as expected, the base model looks exactly like the Galaxy S21 series, but these bring a glossy back instead of the matte finish we got this year. Now, the Ultra does bring the matte finish, and we can see the boxier design with the new flush camera array, and this seriously looks like the Note 21 Ultra we could have gotten. And yes, the dummy also brings the slot for the S Pen at the bottom, so that's still coming. Samsung support pages for the three models are already up on their website, meaning that we are getting closer to the launch. So high-end specifications, slight changes, and smaller variants, and the Note merging with the S line in the Ultra this year. Let us know in the comments if you're excited for the Galaxy S22 series, because you know I am, but honestly, the foldables are so cool. I wish they were part of the cycle because I would have a really hard time not using them, but that's me. Leave us a comment down below. We'd love to know your opinion. Friends, again, if you want to get the news earlier, follow us on Pocketnow.com and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this one. You can also follow us on social medias. Our extended coverage happens on Instagram, and follow me on my personal handles to see me review products, because that's what I do. Please give this video a thumbs up if you like what you saw. I'm Jaime Rivera. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you tomorrow.